So count is 0, and count is 1, count is 2, 3, 4. Well, that's good. I mean, come on. We didn't spend a lot of time, and we already have some results. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are doing something amazing, something new. We are going to code this drone using our IDE. So we have a simulator, and what we are going to do is we are going to count how many cars are present, are stuck due to this accident. So there is an accident at the end here, and the cars are stuck, and the total cars are 17 that we can see here. The simulator is telling us that there are 17 cars. So we are going to write the code and see if we are able to count those 17 cars. And we are going to use the modern methods, i.e. using AI. And I will share my tips and tricks on how I use AI to get some better results. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, you can see here, this is a movable window. We can move it around, and based on what we require, we can stretch it out. So I like to have it a small window, 1/3 as the simulator and the rest of it as the code. It makes it a little bit easier. Now, if we go to our project, we have this car counter project. So if we click on that, we have a few files here. Now, this car counter project is where we are going to write all our code, and the rest of them are basically starting examples. So for example, if I wanted to use YOLO, how can I use YOLO? So that's how it will tell us here. And then if I wanted to use a tracker like sort, then we have the example. This is the example from their GitHub repository. So it will not run, but it's more than enough to give to the AI. And then we have the image capture. This is for the simulator. So this is for the drone here. So here you can see we are simply importing CV2, OpenCV, and we are importing PySimverse, and we are importing drone object from there, the drone class. And then we are creating an object from that. We are connecting the drone, and we are turning on the stream, which means it will give us the video stream. And then, like we use OpenCV, we are going to get our image, and then we will simply use IMShow, and that's pretty much it, right? So it's very simple. We are going to right click and run, and there you go. We already have the simulator running, the drone is running, and it is giving us this image. And now we need to count the cars in this particular scenario. So we can simply press reset here, or if it shuts down, it will reset automatically. So the simulator knows what's going on the Python side as well. So yeah, we can stretch it out a little bit. Okay, so this is all good. We have the image capture, and then we have YOLO. So this is the code for YOLO, and this is everywhere, right? The only thing that is different here is that we're using CV zone to draw the bounding box. Other than that, it's pretty much the same that you can find anywhere. So I like to call them as basic starter codes, the templates, and you should have a bunch of these ready with you. So for example, for YOLO, for image capture, for tracking and other stuff, for color detection and all that. So whenever you want to use that in a project, you can just copy and give it to AI, and then it can work around that. If you tell it to start from the very beginning, from scratch, then it's not a very good result. So it will hallucinate too much, that it will be like a snowball, a bunch of errors accumulating over time. So that's my suggestion. And now what we can do is we can take the YOLO and we can apply it on our image capture, right? And we can ask the AI to do that for us. And then we have the sort example for tracking. We will look into that later on. So for now, we are going to use cursor. I like to use PyCharm as the IDE, but to write the code or to give the commands, I use this. But I know it's not the best thing to do, but you know, life is not perfect. Anyways, so let's open the AI, and here what we are going to say, that we have the image capture. This is how we capture the image of the drone I want you to implement YOLO on this feed from the drone. Here is the basic example of how you can use YOLO with OpenCV. And when we say here is the example, we will give it that. There you go. So hopefully it will do something, and write the code in car underscore counter underscore project.py. There you go. So hopefully we are going to get something good. Time will tell. So okay, I will help you combine drone image capture with YOLO object detection. I will create new implementation, blah blah blah, blue blue blue. Okay, so we are waiting for it to finish, and there we have it. So right off the bat we can see we have the drone and we have the ultralytics, so that's good. It has merged. It's using YOLO X, that's good. Drone initialization is fine. It added a try. Okay, while true, get the drone, resize it, and run YOLO on it, and it's putting the text and the rectangle as well, and it's showing with the drone feed. Looks good so far. So let's go ahead and run that. And okay, response connected. The RC control has been published, and there you go. That's good. So right now it is showing us the cars, the trucks, and I think it added this. No, it did not. So I thought it added a restriction that it only should detect cars or trucks, but it did not. So we need to add that too. So that's all good, but we don't want to add the text because it's too much. So we are going to remove the text, and we can simply go back and run it. And let's see, what do we get? And there you go. So as you can see, we are also getting traffic lights as detections, and we're getting some weird detections here and there. So I don't like that. So let's go back, and here we can see we are getting the confidence, and here we are drawing the rectangle, right? So we will only draw, we will say that if, yeah, there you go. It reads my mind. If class name equals car, or class name equals, let's see what it wrote, motorbike, no, we are going to write here truck, then we are going to use our corner rects. There you go. So that's the case, and we also need to check the confidence. So we will say that if confidence is greater than 0.5 and any of these is available, then we do that. Yeah, well, let's accept it. And if we go back and if we run it, let's see, what do we get? There you go. So now the detections are much better. And if you look at the center part, we are getting we are getting stable detections. So that is pretty much what we need for counting, right? So that's the idea. So now we need to add the counting part. So what we will do is, by the way, this has audio as well. So if we just uncheck this, you can now hear the audio. It's very loud. So I have turned it off for the time being because it's loud. Anyway, so moving back, now we need to add sort. So this is the code for sort, and this is the example of how you can use it. So what we will do is we will go back here and we will say that, is that visible? No, it's not visible. So let me put it here. Okay, so now we will say that add the sorts algorithm to count the number of vehicles using, or I think it's better to go step by step, right? So let's go step by step, and we will say that draw a line in the middle of the image horizontally. So hopefully it knows what that means. Let's wait for it to see. Height, image shape, line. Well, it seems fine. Let's run it. And there we go. So now we have a line. So this line is where we will check the center of each of these cars. And if that's the case, then we'll, there's a detection is a little bit off. So what we can do is we can change the confidence of this. So the confidence, we can make it 0.3 to get some better detections. Okay, so now we already have the line, and the AI knows that we have the line. So using this new line, we will count the number of cars using the sorts algorithm. So give all cars an ID, and as soon as their center touches the what do you call, center of the image, or it touches the line, then it should increase the counter. Yep. And we need to give the reference. So in the sort algorithm, we will give here the reference of sort. Here is an example of how you can use sorts based on their repo, GitHub repo. Well, GitHub is a brand, but anyways, GitHub repo, and we will move it here. There you go. Now let's see what it does. So far the AI has not disappointed us, and the main reason is that we are going step by step. We are not starting from scratch and we are saying that, okay, I need rainbows and unicorns and stuff like that. We are giving it some sample code, and we are saying add to it, change something from it, and replace and stuff like that. So the results are much better if you do something like that. And of course you can add references. If you click here, you can add code, you can add docs, you can add the GitHub repo, there's a lot of stuff you can add here, but that's a little bit advanced for this. So I mean, we can work around that. Okay, so here we have detections. This is from the previous one. What did he add? Okay, starter, not starter tracker. Okay, maximum age, minimum hits, IOU threshold. If you don't know this stuff, I believe I've explained it in some videos. In object detection, maybe, yeah. So what these are. Anyway, so you have here track objects, and then we are putting this, check if center point crosses the line. It's adding to the counter. Is it displaying the counter somewhere? Is it showing counter? I don't see. Oh yeah, it's here. My bad. Okay, no, it's the ID, but the count is not showing, right? Okay, we can, oh, it's here, display counter, my bad. Okay, so yeah, that looks promising, right? So let's run that, and hopefully we will be able to count something right off the bat. And there we go. So count is 0, and count is 1, count is 2, 3, 4. Well, that's good. I mean, come on. We didn't spend a lot of time, and we already have some results. But it's the image is too crowded. By the way, why are we scaling it down? Are we scaling it down? Let's remove that, and let's also remove. Oh, this is in YOLO. My bad. You know, when you're writing with AI, you get very lazy and you do weird stuff. Okay, so let's go to car counter, and yeah, the scaling here, I'm not a fan of that. And then we can also remove these extra boxes that are just annoying, right? Yeah, I believe this is annoying, and we can keep this corner rect. So at least we know that we are getting some detections, right? So let's try to see what do we get. And there you go. Count 1, 2. So let's see how many do we get at the very end. The detection doesn't seem very good. Maybe we can train our own model to count the top view of the cars. Maybe that's the issue, because most of the cars, they might be from an angle or from a lot below. So drone detecting cars might be another data set, right? So the total cars are 17, and we are able to detect 13. So not very good, not so bad either, right? So what we can do is we can improvise and we can improve this. So that's the whole point. Like you will not get the results, you will not get the final output on the very first go. So you have to repeat, iterate, get better results, and that's the whole point of the simulator. That you try out different things from the comfort of your home. That's why we believe that this is going to be a very good product, this simulator. So this is one of the levels of one of the scenes. So we have so many of them ready. We have body following, we have face tracking, we have drone show. So you can operate. We have tested with, I believe, 2 to 3,000 drones. I can't remember the exact values, but if you have a good PC, you can do thousands of drones running simultaneously, and then you can create a drone show. So how exactly can you create a drone show? And it's not as simple as you might think, because there's a lot of things going at the back end. There are multiple ways you can create a drone show, and again, we can discuss that later on. But for now, if you are interested in this project, we are launching this on Kickstarter. This will be a community-based software, a simulator where you will give us feedback. We will create more levels. We will have competitions, and we will have live sessions as well. And we will program together and do lots of good stuff. So there you go. This is launching soon. So already 100 people are following this project. So if you are interested in this, then do check out our Kickstarter campaign, and you will get a lifetime deal. Otherwise, after the launch, it will be a subscription-based model, so you have to pay monthly rather than one time for lifetime. And with the lifetime, you will get all the levels for free for the rest of your life, and live sessions as well. So that's a great deal. Anyways, this is it for today. I hope you have learned something new. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you learned something new related to AI coding as well, hopefully. So this is it for today, and I will see you in the next one.